Well, our reporter Govan Whittles is in London as Ramaphosa is expected to meet the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak at number 10 Downing Street. Look at the door behind Govan Whittles, you'll know where he is. Govan, good afternoon to you. What's the latest from there?
Good afternoon, Stephen. Coming to you live from central London. Just a few minutes until the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa arrives here to meet the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. And there are a number of issues that are on the agenda. Earlier we saw a statement by the UK government confirming that they will be investing in South Africa's green hydrogen valley. They haven't disclosed how much money they'll be investing in with grants to the development of green hydrogen, but they have disclosed that they'll be allocating £5 billion to the development of a green ammonia plant in South Africa. This is just one of the projects that the UK government is taking part in as part of the pledge by the international partners to support the just energy transition in South Africa away from coal towards renewable energy. It's not just about renewable energy or climate change. There are a number of issues which the President foregrounded in his speech to Parliament. Firstly, calling on the British government and the Prime Minister to support South Africa's efforts for reform at the United Nations Security Council. Then, of course, we also know that South Africa wants the British government to take forward the view that the money the developed countries are pledging towards developing countries for the just energy transition is not charity. That, according to our President, this is compensation for harm caused by developed countries through their excessive emissions and for future harm that will be caused as the countries continue to emit greenhouse gases. But there is another issue which is dominating discussions here, Stephen. It's the issue of Ukraine. And we heard from Naledi Pandor, the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, that they don't believe that the global conflict will affect the talks during the state visit here, particularly between the Prime Minister and the South African President. But you see the position that South Africans taken, and you see these flags that are flying above 10 Downing Street. It's the Ukrainian flag and, of course, the flag of Great Britain. And Rishi Sunak, immediately after the G20 meeting, of course, went to the Ukraine, where he walked the streets of Kyiv with the Ukrainian President Zelensky. And he's made his view quite clear regarding the Russian conflict in Ukraine, and South Africa is standing firm in its calls for mediation. We're going to get the opportunity to go inside 10 Downing Street, give you some live pictures, hopefully, as they make opening remarks for this state visit. And this state visit is going to be dominated by issues of investment. And interestingly, another tidbit from that statement by the UK government is that they intend on bidding for infrastructure projects worth 100 billion rand in South Africa through a competitive process. The Prime Minister saying that they're going to turbocharge investment in infrastructure. And of course, we expect more details on that a little bit later. For now, let's give you pictures of 10 Downing Street. It's quite busy this afternoon, and as I said, we're expecting the South African President to arrive here within the next few minutes.
Govan Whittles, thank you very much indeed for that live update. As you see, one of the more famous stores in the world, number 10 Downing Street. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but there's a particular cat who in Britain is relatively famous. He's called Larry the Cat. He lives at number 10 Downing Street. You would have seen him in the back of Govan's shop there as well.